Hi, this is Ben Meller with GZM Web. Today I'd like to demonstrate how you can track time accurately for some of the different projects that you may be working on using our projects management system, GZM Projects. Let's say that you're working on a particular project. In this example, I've selected Hancock Group. When you're ready to start work on that project, you can click this Start Work button. And let's say that there's a series of tasks that have already been made on this project. We could select a particular task. Let's say we talked about changing the login form in Flash. And when we're ready, we can just click Start Work. This will bring up a timer. Now this timer, it increments every minute, and it rounds up to the nearest minute, so that if you're billing it correctly tracks everything accurately for you, and you can keep track of that particular task. If you're like me, you may have several things that you work on throughout the day, and you may need to switch between one project and another project that you're working on. In this case, what you can do is you can actually go in and you could, as an example, let's say that we're going to pause this task and work on another task. Maybe something has come up and we need to switch to another project. A phone has phone call or something that's more pressing or that has to be dealt with. You can easily move from task to task. If you click here, this gives you the option to pause the task, or if you're finished with the task and you want to just add it to the report, you can close it. For right now, let's go ahead and pause this task, and we see that 1 minute has been worked on that particular task. And let's start work on a second task. Let's say that we're going to work on a project for the Fort Worth Orchestra, maybe as an example. In this, we might be doing something with, let's call it general planning, where there is no assigned task, we're just doing some general planning. So you can type in a description and start work. And now what this will do is it will allow you to go about your day, work on that. When you're ready to either close that task or pause it, you can use this system, and it will all build onto the different reports. So I'm going to go ahead and close this task, and I'll close the other one. And now let's look at the reports that are built. So here's the full reports across all of the projects, but let's drill down and actually look at the 10th, and we'll only look at my report to demonstrate how this works. So we see here that little example that I gave of timing. There's that project Hancock Group, and there's the time that was logged on it. And Fort Worth Orchestra, there's the time that was logged on that particular project. I hope that you find this to be a useful feature for your business, especially if you work on multiple projects and you need to keep track of the amount of time that you're billing on those projects. You also, a lot of people, they may not want to track time that precisely. What you can do is, if just once a day or on any schedule that you'd like, you can simply log the time in manually by clicking here. Select a particular project. Let's say we just were working on accounting, and say did some books, just as an example. Let's say that we record time, we want to add it to the report. And now if we actually go and look at the report, we'll select just for myself so it's easier to see here, and the date was the 10th. And then from here we actually can see everything that's going on. So the time that we tracked is there when it was done with the stopwatch feature, And if we actually look here, we can see that the time was tracked on the accounting. So I hope that you find that to be a useful feature for your business. I encourage you to please check out gzmprojects.com. We offer a free 30-day trial. Just give it a try. See if it might be a good fit for your business. I'd love to hear from you, and I encourage you to please take the free trial. And if your business is anything like ours, where you have to keep track of a lot of different projects, a lot of different clients, tasks, I believe this system you may find to be very beneficial. Thank you.